Hey friends, welcome to One Flight Down, welcome to the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge, and welcome to another Back of the Beer Fridge Sunday. It's another holiday-themed one. This one, this is called Reindeer Games. It is a holiday IPA. Right, when I think of like Christmas beers, holiday beers, I do not think IPA usually. I'm thinking like a stout, a porter, something along those lines. The heavier beers like that, the darker, heavier beers seem to really bring out that Christmassy spirit. I've had some other type ones. Last week we had a wheat beer on the show. That was a Christmas beer. And, I've had some others. I've just even lagers with some added flavoring to it and that kind of thing. But I don't know. This might be my first holiday IPA. I can't say for sure because, this is what, my third, fourth Christmas doing this show. So, I've featured a number of Christmassy themed beers. One could have been an IPA at another point, but I'm too lazy to go back and look. All right, just say, okay, just accept it. I'm too lazy to go back and look. All right, so this one comes from the Lake of Bays Brewing Company. They are out of Baysville, Ontario. Reindeer Games Holiday IPA. It is 6% alcohol. Part of a small batch series, and again, Back in the Beer Fridge. This has been here since at least last Christmas for sure. Actually, I do remember picking this up at the Quality and Beer store prior to Christmas last year. So yeah, it's been there for a while. Says it was packaged in 08/09/23. So it was either September or August of 2023. So it's been there for a while. What does it say here? And really, IPAs, I always hear you shouldn't be aging them past 6 months, so this might not be good. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. There's a lot of information on the can here. 63 IBU. That's pretty high. The malts are 2-row dextrin and crystal 40 hops. CTZ. Don't know that one. Cascade, Centennial, and Simcoe. Dry hops, Simcoe, Cascade, and again CTZ. Best served at 4 to 6 degrees Celsius. And there's a little thing here, a description of Reindeer Games. Deck the halls with hops and barley. Fa la 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 la. Okay, carols might not be our thing. I jumped right in. I'm all in for the carols, but that's just me. Carols might not be our thing, but beer sure is. This West Coast IPA will have you feeling cozy with gentle notes of pine, toffee, and fudge. We're not playing games, but our trusty reindeer friend may be. You'll just have to wait and see. Happy holidays from LOB, Lake of Bays. All right, this does sound interesting. And yeah, I guess I hadn't really thought of that, but your West Coast IPAs often come with a very piney note to them. So that is kind of fitting for the holidays, I would say, Christmas trees and all that. I don't think I've ever had an IPA with notes of toffee and fudge though. So let's see how this goes. I'm pretty excited about this. Right. Oh, it's starting to overflow. I better get it into my Nakatomi Plaza Christmas Party 1988 glass here. Look at that, huh? That's a pretty gorgeous beer. Yeah, a little bit of a spillage on my table. I'll take care of that after. Look at that. Almost a toffee-ish kind of color. And a nice tan head. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really starting to get excited about this beer. On the nose, kind of smells like a typical West Coast IPA. I get that little bit of a pininess. Yeah, it basically smells like a West Coast IPA. Not getting like the sweet sort of fudge and toffee notes that they're promising. But I don't know. Let's see how it tastes. Cheers, my friends. Okay, I do get a little bit of that sweetness right on the back end. Takes that second sip to come in. The bitterness is quite high with this, so that's kind of overpowering. I get that a lot more than I do like the toffee fudge. There's a hint of it there, though. I'll give them that. There's a hint of that there. But overall, it tastes like a pretty typical West Coast IPA, even though it's been sitting in the beer fridge for a good year and was packaged a few months before that. Yeah, it seems to have retained its flavor quite decently, I think. Unless, you know, the sort of toffee and toffee and chocolate, the toffee and fudge notes, maybe they were a little more prominent when this was fresh. Possible. Yeah, it's very slight. I mean, it's there. It is there. But if I wasn't looking for it, if I was not looking for that additional sweetness, would I notice it? Maybe. It adds a little something to it. Yeah, it's not bad. Not something I'd go for when I'm thinking I want like a Christmassy kind of a beer. Call me traditional. I like my stouts, my porters, that kind of thing this time of year. But it's decent. It's not mind-blowingly different, but it's all right. It's not a bad beer at all. Yeah, but just not spectacular. Not something I'm gonna like overly like seek out. But you know, you gotta love that can art. It looks like really nice Christmas wrapping paper and that kind of thing. So yeah, decent beer overall. Fairly decent beer overall. All right, now to take a look at what we're gonna do in the next back of the beer fridge Sunday. Over. All right, so this one will actually be coming out in January. So this will not be a holiday themed beer. I'm looking forward to it all the same. This one from the Sleeping Giant Brewing Company. It is Stouty McStoutface. A nice stout in January. Should go down pretty well. So yeah, that's what we'll be looking like on the next back of the beer fridge Sunday. And yeah, as I said, the next one won't be until January. I just thought I would do these ones early in December right now, these last couple, and I just want to free up Sundays for any other Christmas type shenanigans, which may or may not come up. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I do want to feature some more holiday themed beers between now and Christmas Day. So, or even New Year's. What the heck? Yeah, Christmas goes right up till New Year's, right? That's the rule? I think so. All right. Thank you so much for dropping by the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge, everybody. See y'all again real soon. Cheers.